Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you're all okay. Today's video is going to be all about my recent trip to Disneyland Paris, but I'm going to be comparing it to Walt Disney World. I've been to Walt Disney World in Florida 8 times and I've been to Disneyland Paris once. So it was my first trip. I was very excited. It was a short trip. We was only there in total 2.5 days, 3 days. It was for my birthday. So I'm going to start by comparing how the both parks look. So that's the first thing. So Walt Disney World in America, I think you don't really feel you're there until you see the castle. I mean, it is one of the most beautiful castles ever. But when I went to Disneyland Paris, it started a lot sooner. It was as you walked in where the Disneyland Hotel is. And I was blown away. That gorgeous fountain, and there was a Mickey-shaped head in flowers, which is beautiful. Music as you're going through, and then Main Street. I find Main Street in Disneyland Paris a lot prettier. I just feel like the detail's better. Like when you look up and you can see all the windows and the buildings, it just looks fresher than Walt Disney World in America. But then for me, the castle is gorgeous and I love the trees down the side with the squares, but it just didn't have the same effect on me as the one in Florida does. So comparing castles, Walt Disney World wins, but the actual Main Street of Disneyland Paris I prefer than Walt Disney World. The next thing I'm going to compare is rides. So obviously Florida has a lot more parks, Animal Kingdom and Epcot, so it has a lot more rides. But the rides that I went on in Disneyland Paris compared to Florida, for example, the Tower of Terror, I preferred at Disneyland Paris. For that reason, it dropped you more and you seem to be on longer. And then when you get to the very top and the doors open, you were there for some time and people were taking pictures, and I didn't even know this. Where in America, I find it when the doors do open, it doesn't give you that much time as Disneyland Paris. But not only that, I've been on the ride in Florida and sometimes you don't even get to the top. Like, I've never even opened, the doors didn't open. It could have been weather conditions or something like that. But Disneyland Paris Tower of Terror was pretty good. I was really impressed with that. My favourite ride in Disneyland Paris had to be the Ratatouille. And I know America doesn't have that, but you will have that soon. It just blew my mind. It's such a clever ride and it was so much fun. I'm not going to put any videos on or spoiling it. I did video part of it, so I'm not going to put it on because it is a spoiler for people who's going to be getting it at Walt Disney World. But it's amazing. You're going to love it. The other one was Crush Roller Coaster. That was so much fun. I was just laughing my head off the whole way round. Unbelievably. And obviously that ride's not in Walt Disney World, so that was just something new and I absolutely love. So well done Disneyland Paris. Love that. While we was there, the buzz ride, you know, where you shoot things, that was closed off, so they're doing some work on that. And so was the Rock and Roller Coaster. So that was quite disappointing, but I knew that before I went, so I didn't let it stop me. Love Pirates of the Caribbean. Obviously some of the rides is in French, which some people could say, oh, it's not the same, but if you let it get it in the way, the language, then there's no point comparing. But I didn't. I really loved it. It actually is longer than the one in Walt Disney World, which is brilliant. I loved the Runaway Train. Oh my god, I was in stitches on that. And I did video part of that. That to me is equal. I think the one in Florida is equal to the one in Disneyland Paris. It's just as good. The Haunted Mansion though at Disneyland Paris, wow. They've recently done some renovation on it, I know that, and you can tell the difference from to America. And yeah, Disneyland Paris has won that one. So come on Florida, let's update it. yeah, I think that's it really. I think Disneyland Paris, absolutely loved the parks, loved Hollywood Studios. Obviously it's nowhere near size comparison to Florida, but what was there I really, really loved. So I think Disneyland Paris, it could just do with 1 or 2 more rides, and I know they're doing some updates, so hopefully in a year or 2 it'll get even better and better and better. But yeah, love the rides. Food. Some of you will know from watching my recent videos, on my last videos, I struggle to eat when I'm on holiday with the heat in Florida. Disneyland Paris didn't have an issue. Obviously it's not far away from England, so the weather conditions weren't that different from home. It was sunny, but it was cold, so we ate loads. We went to Casey's Corner, we got loads of snacks from the bakery, just eating fries, popcorn chicken, barbecue wings were lovely. We had 2 sit-down meals. We went to the Rainforest Cafe, which is outside of the park, it's at Downtown Disney, and we had another reservation at Caribbean Beach. Funny story, looked at the menu and I was like, ooh, this sounds lovely. Went and got a seat, stunning, you know, it is dark though in there, so if you struggle to read the menu, it's really dark, but lovely lanterns, and the ride goes past, and you know, lovely service. And we went for this meal where you choose a meal plan of a starter, main course and dessert. The starter was like some marinated prawns, the main was said steaks and prawns, and then the dessert was a chocolate tart. So the prawns come and they were cold, and they were covered in this sauce that I didn't like, and then it was like mushed fruit. And I tried my best, but it was such a distinctive taste. No, not for me. And I think it was my own fault for not really reading it, but it described it better on the menu, let's put it that way. And I was that embarrassed that I had to wrap it up in a napkin and put it in my bag. So that was quite a funny memory. The main come, and it was lovely. It was a very small steak though, and I think it was very highly priced. It was like €36, and the steak was gone in like 6 bites. So I was very disappointed with that. And then it was like sweet potato, which was lovely, and then 2 big prawns with like the head and stuff still on, and they were lovely. So that was nice. The chocolate tart was lovely. But yeah, again, just very sweet, and it didn't taste chocolatey. Is that right? Don't know. But yeah, it was a nice meal, but I left feeling hungry. And I paid quite a bit for the meal, so, but yeah, a little bit disappointed. I think the menu just worded it better than what it actually was. But other than that, eating around the parks, the quick service is definitely just as good as Walt Disney World. So I find it better in Disneyland because I could eat it and enjoy it. We're in Florida because obviously I'm a school teacher and we have to go in the holidays. The heat was, you know, it's a big problem for me, and I can't eat a lot, which is disappointing because I look at the food and I think, wow, but the appetite's not just there. So Disneyland Paris was amazing. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the shuttle buses. They are just as good as Disneyland Paris is just as good as Walt Disney World. But when you get on the shuttle bus, there's no music playing or the welcome voiceover that comes on in Walt Disney World. They come every 20 minutes. Fantastic, free service, gets you right outside the park. But at night time, when everyone's leaving the park at the same time, they didn't put any extra on. So for 2 nights we ended up getting taxis because it was freezing, and it was literally a mile up the road. It was freezing, but the queues were massive. Where if that was in Walt Disney World will keep sending shuttle buses, because I've seen that done before. So shuttle buses for me are definitely better at Walt Disney World in Florida. Fast passes. This is an easy one. America, you win. Hands down. Obviously the app helps, and everything being electronic on the wristbands just makes it so much better. It's quite nice getting the paper ones, I quite like it, but on a number of occasions we went for a certain time and they'd sold out, and we turned up well in advance. So that's the only thing. But once we did get a couple of fast passes while we were there. I think we averaged 2 a day. First night we didn't need to, but Disneyland Paris, a lot of the rides, it says 40 minutes and you're on in 10. So, you know, that's a good thing. I think the queues are not as bad as at Disneyland Paris. But yeah, the fast passes, it's just a pain because you queue to go up to the machine for the fast pass and then you get your fast pass. Where at Florida, you just book it on your app and you've already got it and you just turn up. So it's definitely easier in America. So well done, America. The last thing I'm going to talk about is the shopping. I find the shops at Disneyland Paris, merchandise was a lot better. Obviously, America, some things of there that don't have in Disneyland Paris, but like this jumper, beautiful. But yeah, I think the shops were just easy to walk around. They felt bigger on Main Street, and there was one outside downtown Disney, and that was big as well. The only thing about Disneyland Paris, there's just way too many mugs, and I'm not a mug collector. So if you are a mug collector, go to Disneyland Paris because there's loads. Like, I went down like 6 aisles and there's just mugs. But like lounge fly bags, great. Jerseys, great. And they are very much the same. I love it equally. But I felt like Disneyland Paris was just easy to walk around. Maybe it's because it was less busy, but the shops did feel busy. Quite big. My favourite shop at Disneyland Paris was inside the castle, the Disney shop, and that's where I got this cute little gingerbread guy. Hello. So he's in my bedroom and he'll go on probably on my tree at Christmas time. Favourite thing I bought was this jumper. Love this jumper. And the lounge fly bag over there because I'm getting a cute little collection going on over there. Yeah. So love both of the parks equally. I am planning on going back to Disneyland Paris. I am planning on going back to Florida. Don't know if it's going to be this year. Definitely won't be Florida this year. I can't afford that. I have got another non-Disney trip planned, holiday planned for later on in the year. But I am thinking possibly Disneyland Paris at some point again. Some of you have sent me questions saying, is the Eurotunnel worth it? Was it easy? Oh my god, yes. It's 25 minutes. It's really easy to do, straightforward. Driving in France was awesome. Like, you didn't see a car for ages. That's something France is doing right. It's less traffic on the roads. It was really easy to get there. From the Eurotunnel to our hotel, it was 3 hours drive, but actually it went really quick. And looking at the scenery, it's beautiful. We saw lovely churches and small villages. It was really worth it. So, like, to fly, to sit in an airport for a couple of hours and then sit on a plane and then messing around the other end, I found it easier to drive. The total journey, without obviously stops and taking time and things like that, it's a 9-hour journey from my house. It's 5 hours from where I am now to the Eurotunnel, and then it was 25 minutes on the Eurotunnel, and then about, just shy of 3 hours. So less than 9 hours really. But we did stop a couple of times, obviously, just so you're not driving straight for 5 hours. But going down, we stayed over at a hotel right next to the Eurotunnel. It was a lovely hotel. For £84, I think it was, breakfast was lovely. Nice room, really nice and quiet, and next door to the Eurotunnel, so I'll highly recommend that. So thank you very much for watching my video today. I am going to be doing another video, but I'm going to be asking Instagram to post the questions. Take care, thanks for watching, bye!